This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Kohalor Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach and rule well peace, and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to the 144,000 and the men, women, and children that believe on the names of Yahweh Shmi Yahweh Shai and the doctrine of Yahweh Shmi Yahweh Shai. All right, and today's lesson is end time headlines. Jacob's trouble is coming soon. All right, and I'm just gonna go through this these different headlines, and Lord willing, it's edifying to the hopeful elect. And we see a lot of things taking place concerning prophecy. Okay, the wars and rumors of wars that Yahweh Shai spoke of. All these things are taking place. You know. So going back to the first scripture, bear with me real quick. Make sure the sound good. Yeah, this place is through, man. America, Mystery Babylon the Great. This place is finished. All right. So let me go ahead and read it again. This is Micah 2 and 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And yeah, we've been telling you Israelites, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, not to be getting comfortable here, man. Because this place known as America is the land of our captivity, man. And Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's coming back to destroy this place. And we already see the destruction taking place from the inside out. This place is falling. America is crashing. All right? The crash of the dollar is imminent, right around the corner. All right? The market of beasts is right around the corner. You know, the average American is living paycheck to paycheck, is stressed the hell out. You know, you see judgments all over the earth taking place because these people got demons on them. Keisha, you know, Big Shirley killing her children, the so-called black woman. Every time you go on social media, you hear a new article about how the so-called black woman put her child in the oven. You know, or some two-thirds nigga done crashed out over some used box. Women selling their box for $10. You get the package deal. You can, you know, get the mouth, get the box, get everything for $20. So this place is through. The morals of this place, everything about this place, America is finished. And every day that goes on is one day closer to all hell getting ready to break loose, which we've been telling you about. All right. But Micah 2 and 10, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Yeah, you're supposed to be coming out of this place spiritually. You know, this is not your rest. You know, we weren't brought here in America to, you know, prosper for eternity here. No, hey, Yahweh Shmi Yahweh Shai is about to destroy this place. All right, it says, arise you and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And ultimately, what's gonna happen is these people are gonna get, you know, microchipped. Okay? And you see, look at the article on the left. I just noticed this. Look, transhumanism, the new AI religion, and the globalist agenda for your future. All right? Artificial intelligence. The concept of transhumanism, often described as the fusion of humanity with advanced technology, has sparked intense debate across political, ethical, and spiritual spheres. So yeah, we're going to go into this. Look at this. Let me click on this one first. All right, which this ultimately is the goal of the elites, okay? Which Jacob's trouble is going to be centered around getting everybody on earth, you know, tagged with the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Contrary to popular belief, you got a lot of Israelites. Number one group that comes to my mind is this guy, Bishop Nathaniel. of the IUIC, the leader of the IUIC, and all his zombie following that just blindly follow him. We're going to see what he does when his prophecy comes to pass. All these years of you talking shit, scoffing, mocking the men of the Lord, changing up the doctrine. Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is about to put all that shit to an end. As the scriptures say, their mouths must be stopped. Okay? But look at this. Transhumanism, the new AI religion, and the globalist. What's another word for the globalist? The elite. The Illuminati. Okay? The Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, the ones who rule the earth. It says this is the globalist agenda for your future. Okay? Look at this. It says some view it as a path to human enhancement. See, this is what it tells you in Revelation 13, how they're going to deceive the world by the miracles. Okay? By the miracles that it can do. All right, that's what they're going to promote, which is going to get a lot of people, deceived into taking this MOTB. Right? But it says some view it as a path to human enhancement, while others, as articulated in a recent CBN News report, label it a digital abomination tied to the globalist agenda. Okay? Tied to the globalist agenda, which is what? The New World Order, the image of the beast. Okay? Yeah, here we go. Let's read it. Let's read some of this, and we'll get into the prophecy. So this place is polluted. America is polluted. The air you breathe is polluted. The food you eat is polluted. And ultimately, it's going to destroy you with a sword of destruction. When you take that chip, you're going to break out them grievous sores. But it says, reading the article, transhumanism advocates for the use of technology to transcend human limitations. See, because Esau, he has a God complex, and he's trying to make himself into a God, which that blessing is only for the children of Israel, starting with the elect. Okay? And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to give us that blessing naturally. We're not going to have to be turned into a damn robot, But see, Esau, he's doing all this transhumanism, linking artificial intelligence with man, which is going to be centered around a microchip in your hand and your forehead and multiple microchips, right? They're doing this and they're going to push it with the agenda that it's to transcend human limitations, meaning you're going to be able to see better, you're going to be able to live longer, you're going to be able to hear better. Everything is going to be heightened. All your senses are going to be heightened. So they're trying to transform themselves into gods, and ultimately this is tying in with total control. Okay, which they want total control over the people. Okay, it says envisioning a future where artificial intelligence, AI, bioengineering, and neural interfaces could enhance cognition, longevity, and physical capabilities. So it can make you stronger, walk again. We've seen that. Okay. Yeah, according to CBN News segment featuring the author of Dark Aeon, transhumanism is described as the great merger of humankind with machine, with billions already engaging through smartphones as a precursor to deeper integration. Yeah, so everything has been gradualism. This devil, even going back to the computer. At first, the damn computer used to take up a whole bedroom, a whole room. And then they started making it smaller and smaller and smaller. And now we have microchips, okay? Microsoft, when you go into Microsoft, micro means small, soft going into software. Okay, so like I said, the computer at one time was as big as a damn room, and then they tried to make it smaller and smaller and smaller. So now you have your smartphones, your laptops, okay, which ultimately they want to put everything into a tiny little microchip and put it inside of you. Let's get the prophecy, okay? Been speaking a lot. Sorry, Salakia. Revelation 13 and Revelation 13 and 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Yeah, and Esau is he's gonna deceive a lot of people into taking this microchip because of all the benefits that they're gonna try to deceive you with. You know, because really this is you know, Esau has been given this blessing of the sword, which this blessing of the sword was given from Yahweh Shai, man. He's mastered it to the point now he can put a chip inside of you and control you. You know? He can destroy you. All right, by his technology. But he's going to deceive. A lot of people are going to be deceived into taking it because of all the benefits that Esau is going to try to push into the media. Right? You can see again. If you can't see, you can see again. You know, you can think better. You can use your 100% of your brain. If you're paralyzed, you can walk again. So on top of that, they're going to be giving people free money, the universal basic income. Look, man, all you people need to Google this. You got, how the hell everybody in the world got a smartphone, but everybody in the world is also dumb. You got a smartphone, but you yourself are dumb. The majority of people, that is. I know the elect members, you brothers and sisters of the faith, you know what's going on. But for the average person, they have no idea what's going on. So they're going to blindly follow wherever the world takes them, which is going to be into getting chipped up. All right? But it says, Revelation 13, 14, it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And this image of the beast is going into this devil's new world order, his agenda, which is going to be centered around getting everybody chipped. Okay? That's why they're talking about digital wallets, digital IDs, and artificial intelligence. It's all going to tie in to getting you, the average person. They want you to have a microchip implanted in you so they can have total control. Total control. All right? But we know that Yahweh Shai is not going to allow these devils to fulfill their enterprise, as the scriptures say. You know? The Lord is only going to allow these devils to get so far. But there is going to be a time of mandatory chipping. There's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble where all hell is breaking loose, where you're not going to be able to buy and sell unless you take a microchip. That's the time we are entering into, the time of trouble that's coming, the great time of testing. Okay? And Jake out here lost and confused. 2/3 of our people. Hey, what's coming to 2/3 of our people, they fucking deserve it, man. You know? Because these are the same people same Israelites that wanted our Lord to be crucified. So Yahweh Shai got something special lined up for them. A special judgment. Okay? Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah, so that's the devil's plan. That's what's going to be his plan with this artificial intelligence. You know, if you don't want to get down with the system and get a microchip, they're going to cause you to be put to death. They're going to have martial law, different laws in place, say treason and come for you. You're going to be an enemy of the state. If you don't want to get down with the system, there's going to be laws in place that they're going to try to put you to death. Okay. And the only way to be delivered and saved is if you have the mercies and grace of Yahweh Shai resting upon you, which the elect do. Whoever the elect is, us members of the hopeful elect, we have the mercy of Yahweh Bashmi our side resting upon us if we be those men, women, and children. Right? But it says, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, the charagma, the microchip. This is what they want to do. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah, so you're not going to be able. That's how they're going to force you to get it. They're not going to break into your house and tie you to the bed and chip you. No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, look, they're gonna starve you. You're not gonna be able to buy and sell. You're not gonna be able to buy food, pay your rent, pay your bills, unless you take it. All right. See, but we know that Yahweh Shmi Shai is gonna be with us, man. And I didn't even plan on going into this right now. This is all through the Spirit. So it's heavy. It's a heavy topic right now. Everybody going into the mark of the beast again through the Spirit. Because hey, this it's coming. Could be this year. Could be the end of this year, beginning of next year. You know. So that's it on the MOTB. Let me grab a few more just to touch on that real quick. I made a few points. Let me grab the scriptures on it. Okay. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and 12. Okay, because I made the statement, I made the point. I said that the Lord is only going to allow these devils to get so far with their New World Order, right? The Lord is not going to allow them to get everybody chipped. Okay, the elect is not, whoever the elect of the nation of Israel is, the 144,000, they're not going to take the microchip. They're not going to be tagged with the MOTB. Okay, but Job 5 and 12, it says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty. Yeah, Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai is going to disappoint Esau Edom in his agenda. It says, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And what is their enterprise? Their enterprise is the NWO. Okay, that is the devil's enterprise. All right, let me go ahead and actually, let's get into that word enterprise real quick. In the etymology. An undertaking. To undertake. To take in hand. To take. To catch hold of. To seize. Yet how do they want to seize you and to catch hold of you is by tagging you up. You know? To take hold. Okay? They want to undertake. Okay? To commit themselves to take on this New World Order. All right? You grabbed it. Hey, Shalom, brothers and sisters, tuning in. This is Niquam 777. Brother said, Psalms 72 and 14. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. Yeah. So ultimately, Yahweh Bashmi Shai is going to deliver his elect. All right. Let me grab another one real quick on the MOTB, and then we'll go to the next headline. All right. This is Psalms 37 and 7. It says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him. And that's what we're going to do. When all hell breaks loose, you know, we're going to wait on Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai because, you know, we believe that he's going to be with us. You know, it says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Yeah, so don't fret thyself. Don't fear. you know, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. And what is the wicked device that this devil's about to roll out? Is this microchip. He's about to introduce this thing to the world soon. Okay. So Jake better wake up. All right. So let's get to the next headline. Okay. It says the CEOs of Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's warn that store shelves all over America could soon be empty. Yeah, we've been telling you this. That's Second Esdras. Okay, let's grab it real quick. So everything that's taking place is in the Bible, right? And the Lord has sent out His prophets. We've been telling you what's about to happen on this earth. But you have a lot of incredulity, a lot of people that don't believe in the Bible, but whether you believe it or not, you live in it. You live in the Bible. You live in it. People think that the Bible is just some book. No, everybody in the world is living out of the scriptures. Okay, the Bible, it tells you the past, the present, and the future. We're living in the time where Yahweh Shai is about to come back. Okay, everything that's happening on earth is in the scriptures, and that's what the prophets are set up for, starting with the elder apostles, elders, bishops, right, set up to break down these scriptures and link everything that's going on with the Bible to prove, okay, through the testimony, which is prophecy, the spirit of prophecy, man. Second Ezra 6:22. All right, this is about to happen. All right, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, you got this trade war that's going on. Okay, these damn tariffs. Okay, so it says, if you are going to need anything made in China, I would buy it now while you still can. Many companies have already decided that it no longer makes any economic sense to import Chinese-made products into the United States because tariff rates are so high. So we're about to start seeing this. This is about to take place in the next few months. Speaking as a man, don't be surprised you start seeing Walmart, Target, ShopRite, Publix, all these. I mean, majority of things in America are made in China. Let me see, bro. Let me do a quick Google search. How much? Are made in China? Let's see. China supplies about 40.7% of U.S. imports. So damn near half, almost half of our imports are coming from China. Okay? Almost half of the American imports are coming from China. So you got these businesses that they're like, look, man, there's no point. It makes no sense to import Chinese made products into the United States because of the tariff rates. Everything is so high. So what you're gonna see is soon these stores will be empty. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. This is what Ezra's got from the Lord. The Lord told him that this was going to happen, and it's talking about right now. It says, as a result, there are certain things that will soon no longer be available to the United States consumers. On Monday, when I posted an article warning about empty shelves in the months ahead, some people thought I was exaggerating. But of course, the truth is that I was not exaggerating at all. On Tuesday, the CEOs of Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's specifically warned President Trump that store shelves all over the country could, quote unquote, soon be empty during a meeting at the White House. So these are CEOs of Walmart, which ultimately this is all by design. This is what they want. This is what the elites want anyways. So this is going to usher in Jacob's trouble. Okay. Because when these people, these fucking demons, these demonic Americans that got spirits on them, when they can't go and get their Starbucks and they can't go and get their Dunkin' Donuts, right? And they can't go to Walmart and get their goods, people are going to lose it. Okay? People are going to lose it. And there's going to be riots. There's going to be protests. There's going to be murdering, killing, invading one another, right? Shaquat, Shalom, 2nd Ezra 16 and 18, it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And we haven't even got to that level yet. Jake be bugging out now. You crying and complaining about, the little hell you catch now. Shit, boy, this shit's about to get ugly. Right? It's about to be very ugly. The worst time in history, actually. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. Yeah, the elites. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Which goes to show you that the prophet Esdras is back on earth again today. He understood reincarnation, right? But that's another lesson for another time. But it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yeah, so what is this? This is punishment from the Heavenly Father. Just like during the times of Noah, when the Lord flooded the earth, everybody was wicked as hell. And that's the time we're living in again. Everybody's engulfed in wickedness. Let's grab that. 2nd Ezra 15. Okay. 2nd Ezra 15 and 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So these plagues that are coming upon the earth, and one of the plagues is famine, no more food, no more water. The Lord said, look, I'm going to send the plagues. I'm doing this. So this is what Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai is doing. So, hey, the Lord is visiting this earth, man. We don't got much longer here, all right? We do not have much longer here. And all praises to Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. We praying that the Lord bring this place down quick, speedily. Yesterday, we're praying that the Most High take this bitch out. All right? And he will. He's going to. 2nd Ezra 15 and 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah, so the Most High, he gave the earth into the hand of the wicked, and under this wicked ruler, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the whole earth has now been engulfed in wickedness. Everybody's been doing wicked acts, adultery, idolatry. I mean, everything under the heaven that's wicked is being done here, especially here in America, but all over the earth, But this place, America, is what, pushed out wickedness all over the earth. Okay, Esau Edom pushing out wickedness, but now the whole earth is polluted with that wickedness. So what's the Most High gonna do? He's gonna destroy it. He's gonna destroy this place, and he's gonna deliver his elect, the ones that are holy, the ones that are living in truth, living in the fear of the Most High. The only thing that's righteous about this place and this world is the elect, the believers of Yahweh. Everything else is wicked, bro. Your mom, your dad, your children, if they're not in this truth, your family members, they wicked, man. And what's about to happen to them is judgment. You got a lot of family members. I done heard stories, especially, I've seen it. I've had certain family members, they scoff and they talk shit. They look at you crazy. Everybody's, look, all your family members that's not in this truth, they're about to look real fucking crazy. And don't be surprised your phone start blowing up. Hey, what was you talking about? You've been talking about this for years. What's going on? Well, it's too late. All right? So, yeah, this is an article right here. All right? So famine, the Lord is going to bring a famine. Let's grab that real quick. This is Ezekiel 7:15. It says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. Yeah, and it's going to get so bad that, people are going to actually start eating each other, man. Cannibalism is coming back, man. It said, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in a field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Ooh, so yeah, we in them times, man. We in them times. Let's see this. Home sales. It says home sales. It's another headline. Home sales have dropped to their slowest March pace since 2009. Ooh, yeah, because we about to go to something worse than the Great Depression. People don't got enough money to buy homes anymore. Majority of there's a lot of people in America that are homeless, bro. Millions of people are homeless, and that number is increasing every single day. And prices are only going up. Prices of goods are only going up, which is Revelation 6:6. Hyperinflation, that's coming soon. You think you paying a lot for food now, bro? It's about to be $50 for a damn gallon of milk soon. $40 for some eggs. That's the time we're coming into. So the time of Jacob's trouble. We've been telling you people to wake up, smell the roses. See, reality is about to smack most people in the face. Oh, look at this. Come on, bro. Look at this. 42% of Americans under 30 say they're barely getting by financially. So damn near half of Americans that are under 30 are barely getting by financially. People don't got it no more. See, this is all part of the squeeze. This is Esau Edom squeezing everything. He's squeezing everything out of you people, man. To the point where, everybody right now, they're looking for a solution. Like, what's going on? What are we going to do? And then what Esau's going to do, he's going to, pop up out of nowhere, with a microchip and say, look, here's the solution. We're going to give you free money, universal basic income. You got all these benefits. Just take the chip. So that's what's about to happen. But right now, Esau is squeezing everything out of these people, man. Which fuck this place, man. We don't give a damn anyways. Take it. Take everything. We don't give a fuck because we want this shit to be over. None of this shit, but belongs to us anyways. It's your world. We just living in it, Esau. Until the Lord give us that power to take the kingdom. All right, powerful 6.2 earthquake rocks Istanbul, Turkey, followed by 51 aftershocks. Ooh, god damn. So yeah, more earthquakes. That's signs in the heaven. That's signs that Yahweh spoke of. Matthew 24. All right, y'all got to read, man. Y'all got to go get into these scriptures. Matthew 24. That's Matthew 24. All right. Record number of Americans considering filing for bankruptcy, highest level since pandemic. Yeah, so America's through. That's the reality. Okay, America's done. Generation Z, Gen Zers are so terrified of a recession, they're ditching doom spending and ordering Happy Meals and using ChatGPT for free therapy. Yo, these people are through. ChatGPT, bro. They using ChatGPT for free therapy, bro. They ditching doom spending and ordering Happy Meals. Gen Z, bro, through. And Gen Z, bro, is fucking Gen Z is GMO babies, bro. Unless you of the elect, bro, you GMO, but you genetically modified. You was in your mama's stomach getting fed pork chops and a bunch of fucking abomination. You know, these people are through, bro. All right. So yeah, man. Hey, call hello, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. You know, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai is gonna be with us, man. Let me go ahead and grab Jacob's trouble, and we'll close it out with that. Jeremiah 30:7. Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And he is the elect. Not everybody's gonna be saved. And look, bro, our value as men of the Lord, you brothers of the faith, your value is about to skyrocket. And you already have value. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to introduce you to the world. And I'm talking to the elect of the nation Israel. The Most High is about to introduce you and your value to this world, man. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability at our times, man. The men of the Lord gonna stand boldly as lions, gonna shine in this time, because we already left this world behind. Like the movie Leave the World Behind, we already left the world behind. We passed this world. So guess what? We're gonna go up. It's only up for here for the elect. All right. So with that, call hello, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Lord willing, is edifying to hopeful elect. Till next time, shalom.